Hi everybody, 28th of November. Another day in my daily diaries now of how I'm coping with the loss of my wife due to Parkinson's. Now today's been a pretty good day, considering it's 2 months of the day, the 28th of September, since Angie left. Angie left us. I think it's probably more the apprehension of it coming up. I'm expecting it to be sad and what have you. So in comparison, it's not been too bad. Excuse me. I came home at dinner time, made sure I was here on my own at, for 1:15, because that was the time when she took her last breath. 1:15 on Sunday the 28th of September. So I made sure I was home. I got up, went to the gym. I had a bad sleep though, again last night, and again I've got to put it down to not looking forward to today, the anniversary day. So I got up about 9 o'clock. I got to the gym about 11:15. Had a good do in the gym, and then came home here. Was home here for about 12:30, 20 to 1 maybe. So had a good sat at the table, had a good chat with Angie, Angie's photo. I just waited for the 1:15 to come round. So as you can imagine, I got myself a bit teary. But I wasn't bothered. It was, I think if when the days come when I don't get teary, then I'll get teary because I'm not being teary. Does that make sense? And then I got out this afternoon and met Angie's sister and Marilyn and her fella Ches. Went to my favourite cafe again, the Juice Wave in Cleveland's. We've just got very friendly with the owner, Carol. Yeah, she was putting the decorations up in the shop, the tree and stuff. So my mind just got taken everywhere else, bar sitting, thinking of Angie 2 months ago. So apart from that sort of hour and a half in the midday, it's been a pretty good day, and I'm pleased with how it's gone. Because I wasn't looking forward to it. So then I dropped Marilyn off, and I came home, and I've just made myself some oven chips and egg, and then I'll go and get my shower in a bit and get myself sat down and settled for the evening, because it's been a bad day again. It's been really windy and cold, hence again the woolly jumper. When I was at the gym though, excuse me, there's a fella that's in there every day. Well, there's two of them, my age-ish, maybe just in the 30s by now, maybe a bit older than me, but and they train together, big tall fella, and they're in pretty good shape, and nice and strong and healthy. Anyway, I talked to him, let on to him and pass the time of day. And anyway, when I went down to the changing room, I was getting ready for my shower and that. The one of them came in, and just got chatting to him, got more talking, rather than just letting on and how you doing it, look at weather, da da da. And it seems his wife, she got dementia, but she got Alzheimer's. Sorry, she'd been diagnosed with Alzheimer's. She got diagnosed with it, I think he said 12 years ago. But for the last 8 years, she's had to live in a home because she doesn't even know what day it is or what planet she's on. And I'm chatting away to him, and he's a bundle of fun, and everybody chats to him in the gym, and he chats to everybody else, and he helps people, you newcomers, he's over to him, and this is what you should be doing. And again, it just shows when sometimes I say, I'm walking around looking at other people thinking, why are you getting on with your life and that? But you don't know what other people's lives are entailing, and that is a classic example. It's a classic example. Even more so because of the home she's in, he ended up having to sell his house. He had to give his job up when he first started looking after the home, but then he had to put her in the home, in the nursing home, and he had to sell his house to pay for the thing. So he's no job. He sold his house. He now rents a room. And the fella's, like I said, the fella's slightly older than me. You know, certainly my age. He's definitely not younger. And I thought, and she's still living. And we just got chatting. We got showered and dressed and still chatting on our way out. We stood outside chatting about it. You know, because I told him about Angie. I said, over 2 years today, 2 months today. You know, since I told her she had Parkinson's and dementia and so on. But only the 4 years. You know, so maybe that helped me get over the day, thinking, I know I go on about it, you know, only 4 years. And Parkinson's only give her 4 years and before it took her. But maybe it's a godsend. You know, so I don't know, your mind just wanders off. But I did feel for him. I did feel for him, and he's just got it on his shoulders, and he's no savings now. He's not got a job. He rents a room in a house. You know, and his wife's still in a home, and he visits her. He said, but she doesn't even know him. Now that's got to be hard. That's got to be really hard. So I took my hat off to him. Sean, he was called. Are you in tomorrow? I said, no, I'm not. I'm not doing weekends. I'll see you next week. Right, we're always in about this time. I said, I know you are. Da, 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 da. Really nice fella. Really nice fella. You know, and just talking away, and then could see the pain. You know, he said, I don't know what I'm going to do when she goes. He said she's been on end of life care now for nearly 2 years. I said, well, Angie got end of life care when she went in hospital, and she come out, and so the end of life care was only, what, 6, 7 weeks. And he just said, I wish mine was. Just said it like that. And I can understand what he means. I really can. You know, but he just got on his shoulders there, and he's, I don't know, I took my hat off to him. I did. I took my hat off to him. So, yeah, and then, like I said, I went into Cleveland's in the afternoon, and just had a nice afternoon. Nice afternoon, cup of tea and a panini, like we normally have, and a cappuccino. But again, like I said, it's been cold, so yeah. So I forgot to say, on Monday I'm going to see my grandson, so I won't be in the gym on Monday morning. Anyway, I've got a call off on my other grandsons tonight. Him and the other grandson. I've got 3 grandsons and a granddaughter. So the other 2 grandsons are going to come over tomorrow and see me. So they'll bring the kids with them. So I hope the weather's all right. We'll get out somewhere. You know, so because I was only gonna, I had no plans. I was gonna get some stuff down out the loft, you know, and bring some boxes down and get more prepared for this bloody move when it happens. You know, so when they get here, I might actually make use of them and get them to give me a lift bringing these boxes down. Not as daft as I look, you know. Yeah, it'd be easier. So, and then next Saturday, I told granddaughter to book the local carvery again. And I'll take us all out for a big family meal again next Saturday. So I think, well, we used to book for 16, so it'll only be 15 this time. You know, so this is the first one we'll have done since Angie's left us. So another first, you know, that I've got to get through. So I can't just not go for the family meals anymore. you know, so it's just another first. I'll get that out of the way. But that'll be December the, what is it, 5th? You know, so we're only a couple of weeks and then away from Christmas, aren't we? 2-3 weeks maybe. Get that out of the way in the new year. And then into the new year. You know, so I was actually online earlier when I got in, looking at maybe booking a holiday to Malta for myself early in the new year. You know, February, something like that. February or even, you know, March. But again, I'm stuck with it until I get this moving date. I can't really make any positive arrangements, but I think I will. I think that'll be the first place I'll have a holiday on my own, Malta, because I do like Malta. We've not been for a good few years now, so I'll just go in an hotel and get a, you know, like an all-inclusive or something, and just go for a week, and then just see where the wind blows me from there on in. Yeah. Alright, okay, so going on, just carrying on from that last night's story about my burning Angie's name out on my tattoo on my arm. My cousin, because I've not spoken to her for years. Anyway, this last few weeks since well, last couple of months since she got back in touch with us. You know, because she'd heard about Angie. Anyway, and luckily she's on Facebook, and I'm now on Facebook myself. I fought it for ages and ages and ages, but the last few months I've been on it, so she's come back onto me on there. And she mentioned about her tattoos, because what had happened, she used to come to our house quite regular. And Angie was telling her about the incident, you know, with burning her name out my arm, and, you know, having it put back on. But Adele had she had a name tattooed on her arm here, what a friend had done, like a homemade thing of some lad. And then she had some like dots and stuff on her knuckles here. Typical kid things, what they'd done. So Angie, what does Angie do? Let Mike burn them out. Right, I can't remember her age, but she was only a teenager. You know, so I don't think she was 20, something like that. Let Mike burn them, he'll burn them out for you. Oh, no, I'll be all right. And she badgered her and badgered that much. She said, okay. Yeah. So there's me in the kitchen putting the red hot knife on the stove, on the gas thing, and burning them out. Big one on her arm, and I think 4 on her hands. I mean, I only had the one, you know, which was painful enough. I know they weren't as big as mine, but again, Angie just, go on, Del, because you'll be glad in the years to come when you've not got these stupid homemade tattoos. Yeah, a bloody mad woman. But she could get anybody to do anything, you know. But imagine letting somebody badger you enough so that somebody had put a red hot knife on you. Mad woman, mad as a box of frogs. Right, so I'm going on that happy note, because it just made me laugh. It's making me laugh, so I want to try and keep this positive vibe up today. I've got this, you know, anniversary out of the way, or nearly. I'll probably go on a bit of a downer later, but it's to be expected. But overall, I'm pleased with the day, the way the day's gone. You know, I think it was the apprehension of the day more, thinking about it. So, right, so again, thanks for your comments and your support. Keep your messages coming. Press your like buttons. Send these videos on, forward them on, or whatever the correct word is. And I'll do another one tomorrow. So as per usual, you take care now. Bye.